Today's episode is sponsored by God. Thank you so much for listening. I am Stacey A. Cross. There is no E in my name, and you can catch me on all socialite sites at Stacey A. Cross, pretty much across the entire chessboard. Are you playing checkers? Are you playing chess? Some say that you're playing checkers on a chessboard and vice versa, and you got to stop doing it. Today we're going to talk about the belief in self and the belief in the God within you. And I know this may come across a little, damn, Stacey, it's personal development. Yes, this is personal development. This is self-improvement. You got to have belief in yourself. Self-image is the most important concept. It's the baseline for success. The better your self-image, the better your success. Guaranteed. The better you think and feel about yourself, the better you will project and start attracting things, images, places, people, money, resources to you. And I want you to think highly of yourself. So you got to believe that God is within you. One of the first things, I've always been a thinker, and I've always been an observer, and I've always tried to understand this whole concept of my higher self. I started meditating and doing all the things that it took, visualizing, reading, understanding, learning, researching. Man, I wanted to be, do, and have. So I want to be, do, and have what I want. What's going to be right for me? What's going to be right for my life? I realized just the other day that I must have sacrificed my entire life for this, because I said it in 2016. I sacrificed my life for this. So when I'm not up to par, I don't feel good. When I'm not doing what I know needs to be done, I do not feel good, because I said it and I meant it, that I sacrificed my entire life to reach a point in my life where I could impact millions of people. So when I'm not on course or on purpose, I feel it. That's a part of my self-image that's embedded now. I don't feel right when I'm not doing right. You understand that? I don't feel right when I'm not doing right. Now I trained my body to give me clues and sensors that, Stacey, you're not on path. Some people, that's why, they could take their life down the wrong path for so long, because their own body, their own mind, their own feelings is not giving them those little hints, the little punches to their chest, like, yo, we're off course right now. But I'm so happy that I trained myself to feel this way. So what do? How do I get back on track? And that's what this is about today. I am Stacey A. Cross. There is no E in my name. Listen, you want to sponsor this podcast, you can. It's sponsored by God, but I would love to have you sponsor it with God. All you got to do is open your Cash App, and Cash App Stacey A. Cross. You could sponsor the episode that way. And that's what this is. I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm going to open the doors to sponsorship for anybody. And you do that, you got something special coming your way in the next episode. So I'm here. I just dropped my girlfriend off at the dentist, and I'm listening to my favorite guy now. I'm not going to even share who my favorite guy is. It's not who you think it is, and it goes way back in time. And, he mentioned self-image and how important it was. And then he mentioned the God within you and how important it was, and had me thinking. And it had me going back and saying, oh, you know what? Wow, this is exactly right. So if you're walking around believing that everyone owes you something, that you can't get by unless you get the wink, unless you get the handshake, unless you get caught by Illuminati, what are they talking about now? Whatever it is, however you get in, I want you to understand that all it takes is one thing. And I'm going to give you that one thing in this here episode so you could take that away and you could do something about it, okay? The one thing I'm talking about is making a decision in your mind of who you are and what you want, and make that decision as clear as Lake Erie. I don't know if that's a good, clear as the glass, sprayed on Windex, cleaned it, got the window cleaners. You could see right through it, as clear as that. Clear as my spectacles right now. Okay, I want you to really be clear. The decision comes first in your mind that says, no, this is who I am, and this is what I want. And it has to be firm like that. It has to be as firm as when you're upset that the Eagles lost. I was in a crowd of people the other day, man, and they are talking. They say, I am upset the Eagles lost. And I was listening to the radio the other day, and it landed on Fan FM, whatever the sports radio here is in Philly. And the Eagles just lost the big game with the Cowboys. And so I'm listening to it. I'm neutral. I don't care, okay? I really don't care. They win, they lose, it's all entertainment to me, right? So, but people are calling in. And, man, one guy called in, he was like, man, he's laughing, he's a Cowboys fan, so he's like, man, who do you think is the better player? Do you think Wentz or the other quarterback? And they're going in. And they're running, and he said, you know why he's a better quarterback? Because here's his stats. And he laid out the entire stats of this one quarterback. He knew the yards, he knew the percentage change from last year to this year. He knew the QBR. I don't even know half the stats that he's saying, but he said, this is why he's the best. And he knows it, and he defended it. He slammed his arm. He said, no, I know that this is a better quarterback. And I'm thinking to myself, man, damn. And I said that shit in 2016. People know more about a football player, NFL, NBA stat than they know about the stats of their paycheck, than they know about what they're actually doing, than they know about what they actually have to do in their life. And that shit's sick to me. But this other guy came on, and this is the most important. This one says here, let me get back to this. This one said, I'm upset. I'm pissed off. They should have won the game. The Eagles should have won the game. And I'm pissed. I don't know if I'm going to be watching next year. Man, I can't even go to work. You know what? They should have done this in the end zone. They should have did this. They should have went for the 2-point conversion. He's upset, and I'm listening to it. And I'm like, man, this dude is off the ripper. He knows he's upset. And he has so much conviction. You can feel his passion for this shit. And that's what you have to have. And I'm not saying in that way, but just like that conviction you have over the losing team or the winning team, or seeing or listening to your favorite song, right? Or you have to have that conviction when you make a decision where all your feelings, emotions, power, and happiness, or whatever, it all boils up into something I call a fireball. And that shit could be felt millions of light years away. You understand? It could be felt. So what happens when you make that real hard conviction? What happens is that something has to answer to it. Something has to answer to that. You know what I believe has to answer to that? The universe. The universe. Now, you leave it up to the universe. Oh my God, somebody down there, somebody in us, somebody through us is on fire. Is on fire. Let us get out of their way and help. Because you mean it. So the first thing is the decision. And then you got to believe that it's happening right now. Now, I don't care what happened yesterday. And I don't care what's going to happen tomorrow. Because tomorrow ain't ever going to come. What I care about in the decision that you make right from this here episode of the Stacey A. Cross Show is right now. So let's do it together. what I want you to do is really feel this, man. Because most people don't know even what they want. You see what I'm saying? Most people don't know what they want. Brings me back to another story. I went to, of course, I came back from Atlanta, so I went to this little lounge place before my flight, and you could tell this lady was befuddled. She had some problems about her. Or, when people are acting like that in your presence and there's no reason to act like that, they must want to talk, They must want to let it out. That's how I feel. Like, when I observe people like, the size, the this, they must want to talk. They must want to let it out because they need somebody else to dish their complaining ass stories on. So I say, hey, you all right? She said, oh my God. That's all she waited for. Oh my God. My flight was delayed, canceled yesterday. I missed my flight because it was delayed. She didn't miss her flight because it was her fault. She missed it because it was delayed. That doesn't make any sense. That's number one. Number two, they put me up in a hotel. The hotel was booked, this and that. And then, so now I'm like, okay, well, I'm over here trying to pull out the positives with her. Like, so you had to sleep on the floor? Oh, no, they gave me another hotel. So she didn't want to tell me that it was solved. She went way back to the heart problems that she had. And I'm like, man, I'm done. I'm not going to listen to this. And then she goes on further. My wallet was stolen in San Francisco and this and that. Not that she probably lost the wallet because she was careless, but it was stolen. I don't believe that. Okay? I just don't believe that. So they're looking for people to pile their bullshit sob story, complaining ass story on. They're looking for, and I was the lone one thinking, hey, brighten up her day. I was wrong. So she goes on the phone after she told me the entire story, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. Hope you have a better day today. It's a beautiful day. Hope you have a beautiful day today. That's how I said it to her. Hope your flight is great. And this stops the madness, and you go on and have a beautiful day. Here's what she did. She picked up the phone and she calls a friend and she tells the story again. What is it? And then you wonder why things keep happening to her. Why things keep cycling over and over. The Murphy's Law is in full effect. So when you make this decision that you're on this path of prosperity and abundance and success, when you make that decision, I want you to stick with that and have the conviction to never go back there again. The time wasters, the complaint, you're not going to be one yourself. And you're not going to allow it. You're going to discriminate against it. You're biased towards it. Whatever it takes to get out of that environment, you do that. And you do it quickly. And it may just mean that you need some meditation. It may just mean that you need to look at your goals, because people don't know what they want. People don't know what they want. What does that lady want? What does that lady want that complained to me? That complained to her friend, her poor friend on the phone. Oh my God. They both complainers to me. What does she want? She wants somebody to hear it because obviously she's on a plane the next day to where she needs to go to. So this story is irrelevant. It's done. That's yesterday. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't stay in the now, and you don't stay purposeful in the now, and you don't make a solid, quick, powerful fireball, intimate, convicted, upset decision, then what are you doing, man? Again, this episode is sponsored by God. If you want to sponsor the episode, if you want to help us keep growing, expanding, and keep me on this thing here, keep my voice going, I want you to help me out by going to Cash App. Any amount that you send to me is appreciated. Go to Cash App. Stacey A. Cross is how you send it to me. And I will give you a shout out. And you'll get a special gift from me. Any amount is accepted to sponsor this episode. So thank you so much. So the first thing is making a decision, a powerful, passionate decision that you're going this way. And the second is to know what you want and stay in the now. Okay? Stay in the now and discipline yourself to stay in the now. Fuck yesterday. Say it with me. Fuck yesterday. It didn't even fuck yesterday. Say it one more time. And it's okay, you know. I said to myself, I don't really want to curse as much. Okay? This year. It's coming up. It's this year. It's now, right? But then I was like, tomorrow ain't even promised, man. So fuck yesterday. And we're dealing with the now. So say it one more time with me. Fuck yesterday. Anyone tells you something about yesterday, or yesterday that didn't happen, yesterday this, or even 5 minutes ago, or even 10 minutes ago. Hey, listen, that was the past, bro. I don't deal with the past. What are we doing now? You understand me? What are we doing now? So in a few episodes, I'm going to take it out myself to the new year, but in the next few episodes, we're really going to get nitty gritty with Stacey A. Cross. But in the new year, we're going to have some more guests coming. Hopefully you could get on it. Hopefully you listen. Share this out to your network. And you know somebody that needs it, give it directly to them. Just open the link, text them, share the link, text them and say, yo, you need to listen to this. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. So I want you to do that. Check out thecomfortkillers.com. We got a press release that's coming out. Should have that out in a couple of days. A big press release. You'll know what's happening with the company. But I want to thank you for listening to this episode. Okay. Make that decision, man. Don't turn back and forget it. Whatever you did in the past, leave it there. And some people think they're not worthy, right? Because they had such a stained past, or they messed up or failed a million times, or they went back on their word, or they did something that they don't want to. Just leave it there, man. Just leave that shit in the past, and let's keep this thing moving. All right. I am Stacey A. Cross. There is no E in my name. This episode was sponsored by God. Peace.